I took with a mindset on that 4th and 2. Obviously, could have been a putt situation. You guys go for it on 4th down. What was going through your mind at that time?
Q kind of like explain what happened. Like, I just played a lot of plays.
The right decision. Go for it on 4th and 2.
I know you can't be asking me that question, man. Come on, man. We can't see that's like the thing. Like, if we want to change the narrative, change the franchise, if we want to complain about it.
Were you unable to throw the deep ball because it's picky?
No, I don't think. Nah.
What did you see in the Bills?
I wouldn't have came back if I couldn't throw.
Speaking to the media, man, he ultimately finished this game 20 of 29. He had 157 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. To me, it was a lot of guys dropping balls. It was a lot of players not where they needed to be at the time. And it was just an ugly, ugly situation for this Browns offense, man. The offensive line is probably the worst offensive line in all of the NFL. You know, it's just a tough feat for Shedeur to be in.
I want to win, so I'm trying to get to it. Instead of slow down, take the check down, take what's in front of you, take the easy stuff, do what you got to do. And as the game goes on and as time goes on, you're going to be able to chop it down. You're going to be able to move the ball, keep getting completion. So it was just a mentality. It was just something that I just had to focus on mentally, in that aspect.
Shedeur Sanders is getting completely misrepresented by the Cleveland media, and it's frustrating to watch. In that interview, he stayed calm, answered every question honestly, and showed that his focus is on winning, not excuses. That's leadership in action. Trusting the call, trusting himself, and not panicking when the pressure is on. Confidence like that isn't arrogance, it's earned through preparation and work. Meanwhile, the real problem isn't Shedeur, it's what's happening around him on the field. The offensive line constantly breaks down, leaving him exposed to hits and forcing rush throws. Receivers aren't where they should be. Routes are messy and timing is off, yet the blame always lands on him. The running backs finally showed spark late in the game, raising the question, why weren't they used earlier? This all points to bigger issues in the front office and coaching staff. Kevin Stefanski looks stubborn and lost, unwilling to adjust even when the plan is clearly failing. The offensive staff seems disconnected and unprepared week after week. Right now, it feels like Shedeur is being set up to fail. Poor protection, limited help, and constant blame. That's not how you develop a quarterback. That's how you ruin one. If the Browns want to build a winning team around Shedeur, the offensive line needs a full rebuild, the receiver room needs upgrades, and leadership at the top has to change. He's fighting uphill every snap, and instead of supporting him, the organization is letting him drown.
I took with a mindset on that 4th and 2. Obviously, could have been a putt situation. You guys go for it on 4th down. What was going through your mind at that time?
Q kind of explain what happened. I just played a lot of plays.
The right decision. Go for it on 4th and 2.
I know you can't be asking me that question, man. Come on, man. We can't see that's the thing. If we want to change the narrative, change the franchise, if we want to help, we got to speak life. You can't. Those type of things is separate us. A lot of the players get these type of questions, and then we want to be working with y'all. We want to be proactive, but when you ask questions or when questions are asked to us players, and it's you pinning stuff against each other, it's come on now, it's like a thing in the locker room. We're not gonna be able to talk to them for real. We're not gonna be able to give them what they need, because that separates the team. That don't help.
What you're hearing from Shedeur Sanders isn't defensiveness, it's control frustration with nonsense. He's speaking like a leader who understands just how fragile team culture can be. In his mind, that 4th and 2 wasn't about fear or doubt, it was about belief. Belief in the call, belief in the players, belief in trying to turn around a broken franchise. But instead of focusing on execution or trust, the Browns media went straight to divisive questions. Why ask in a way that seeks cracks in the locker room? Why not ask what gave the team confidence to go for it? or how they felt in that moment. Too often, the goal isn't clarity, it's clips, drama, and tension. That's why Shedeur pushes back. He's not being emotional, he's defending unity, trust in the process. Shedeur clearly gets it. Words matter, especially in a franchise that's been losing for years. He's trying to protect the locker room and keep the team moving forward, even while the media keeps poking holes. And that's exactly what a franchise quarterback should do. Call out a broken approach, stand up for his team, and focus on building rather than tearing down.
You be thankful also.
Sure, what happened with the finger, and what was that whole episode like for you?
I don't know. You can look online and see what my finger looked like if you want. I'm sure they got the details on there. I don't know. My pinky was just like, I put in my hand warmer. I'm like, why is my pinky not getting cold? I mean, why is it not getting warm? Then, like, I threw Quinshawn like a little route down there. Then it like kind of was a little high. And I was like, dang. So then it was over with. And then I did everything, you know, to come back because I didn't want to put like Dylan in a bad situation, you know, like since when I was a 2. And like it's tough. It's tough to play that role because you don't get reps, you don't get anything. And I was talking to him. I said, bro, my bad, bro, for putting you in that situation, you know, because it's not ideal, and I want, you know, him to be prepared whenever he was out there, you know. So that's really how all that went.
Did it bug you in the second half at all with the bandage on it?
At that point, like, I just had to accept fate. I just accepted, like, okay, this what it is. I can't think about it. I can't.
This moment says everything about Shedeur Sanders as both a person and a leader. He didn't dramatize the injury, hide behind it, or make excuses. He accepted reality and moved forward. His first thought wasn't panic or self-pity, it was responsibility. He knew what it meant to put another quarterback in the fire with no reps, and he took accountability for that. What really stands out is his conversation with Dylan. Shedeur apologized, a rare act of humility and true leadership. He prioritized his teammate over his own image, showing he's about the team, not ego, headlines, or stats. And yet, people still try to paint him as selfish or entitled. This is a guy who takes blame even when he doesn't have to, while navigating a stacked deck of bad protection, poor narratives, and constant pressure. He doesn't complain. He plays hurt, accepts what is, and keeps moving forward. That's what leaders do. In this clip, you don't see selfishness, you see humility. You don't see entitlement, you see someone who genuinely cares about his teammates and the weight of the quarterback position. And that's why, no matter the noise, Shedeur keeps earning respect where it truly matters, in the locker room.
Sean, go down. Just first off, what's going through your head in that moment? How do you, as the quarterback, try to kind of get the rest of the guys back up? Because, you know, it's obviously a teammate and somebody you know, going through that.
Well, it really hurt that Quinshawn went down. Like me and Quinshawn was in the room talking yesterday till like 11:30, just about life, just about everything, because the type of person he is, and I know he been through a lot, and just building that bond with the rookie class, like having that be the, you know, the new energy, you know, and kind of maintain on track, stay on track with everything. So knowing that he went down with that, it was definitely sad. It was definitely sad because I'm like, backside, I can't throw this slant. They covering it. You know, they in like 2. I can't throw this slant. He heavy inside. So, yeah. So that was my only option. You know, that was my option with throwing it. So I feel bad because like I threw it, you know. But yeah.
This shows that Shedeur Sanders is a human first and a quarterback second. When Quinshawn went down, his first reaction wasn't about stats or the next play. It was genuine concern. You can hear it in how he talks about late-night conversations, bonding with the rookie group, and building real connections in the locker room. That's leadership you can't fake. He clearly feels the weight of the moment, both as a teammate and as the quarterback. Instead of brushing off the emotion, he owns it, showing he's invested in the people around him, not just his own career. On the field, he was boxed in, options limited, coverage tight, and forced to make split-second decisions with little support. That's not a player issue, it's a coaching and front office issue. Stefanski keeps putting him in bad spots with predictable calls and minimal flexibility, while the roster provides little margin for error. Despite all this, Shedeur carries the emotional burden when a teammate gets hurt, holds the team together, and remains accountable. He shows heart, honesty, and leadership under fire, even when the organization doesn't do the same. This interview explains why people are in shock, not because of hype, but because of his character. While the noise keeps coming, Shedeur stands tall and puts the team first. The question remains, is he being unfairly blamed for problems that start with the Browns' coaching and front office? The answer seems obvious when you watch him in action.